Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the James.
When I used to, always feel like the people like that was from the hood that wouldn't go do nothing that was making money. I felt like we should have imposed like a tariff on them. Like I don't feel like running them off always was the smartest thing. I would argue with my older homie and I'd be like, we should make them pay. Like they money earners. So I feel like, yeah, because everybody got to. My mentality became everybody got to contribute. So if you're not a soldier,
Glasses at one time, you from the hood.
Yeah.
You started your shit.
Yeah.
Y'all got like you said, y'all got earners. They wasn't taxed. Were you approached in that sense?
Nah, because I was contributing in every way.
Okay.
At that point, like I was already.
So why you don't look at it like this? If it's 50 of y'all, you know 20, at least 20 gonna run. Why get rid of that 20 and fight straight 30? That you know is solid, ain't going nowhere. Get rid of that 20, because that 20 is a waste of time. Because I'm gonna try to help one of them motherfuckers that's running lose my concentration, and now I done got because I'm trying to help a motherfucker ain't with it.
I definitely don't think that person should be like in the activities.
Well, why take his money? Fuck the money.
I mean,
you want solid motherfuckers. You don't want a gang of motherfuckers. A lot of motherfuckers fuck with people that they think because of numbers, we got this. They think because it's 9 niggas and 5 of us got guns, we can't get hurt. Bullshit, I done seen niggas die with guns.
But you don't think even with all of this stuff, like it made sense to have like a certain level of economics because it is everyday responsibilities versus a person like I got certain homies, right? And I know you know just this kind of person. They don't know how to hustle. All they know how to do is get busy.
Right.
But we could, and what I was telling Pluck, we could be making that person pay for this person's livelihood. Because this person, the one thing he know how to do really good is make a ton of money. He might don't know how to do everything else, but he could be paying this person's livelihood, like the military we got in the country. Like maybe these people don't know how to earn, but they know how to go handle business when it's time to handle business.
Well, in the 80s, niggas wasn't thinking like that.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
niggas wasn't on that page. Everybody was forced
because it wasn't no money like that.
It wasn't like that. Today, it's totally different than when we started off, early 80s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it was like that then, everybody
So you was before the crack though. So you was before all that really happened.
Cocaine came, yeah, we was.
So you watched that happen?
We was putting marijuana in the motherfucking microwave and hooking it up and rolling dollar joints and going to school with the motherfucker and selling dollar joints.
So you actually seen when everything changed?
Yeah, yeah.
So you watched the guns change?
When I went from getting shot with 38s to getting shot with 4.5s. So it was a big difference.
That's a big difference.
And that's when you look at your motherfucking little 25 and say, fuck this motherfucker. You get out of the way and go get you something bigger.
That 84, 85 transition, man.
You seen that too?
Man, that 84, 85 train, it was vicious.
So the guns just went from like regulars to like Uzis
man, it was a time spurt. It was a time spurt, man. You didn't have a day in Compton when niggas wasn't getting hit.
I remember that.
And it all depends on certain neighborhoods had motherfuckers that made money and put the right guns in there.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, when the change, see, I get what you said in your time. Like y'all was titans, so literally it was just all power establishment of who physically stronger.
It was all about walking the hood and protecting the hood. So you might have 20 motherfuckers walking, but you got 9 38s. You know what I'm saying? And you had 2 motherfuckers walking in front and 2 walking in the back. But then you had the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers was strategic, but we just didn't have it like that to just get up and we wouldn't go into everybody's hood and participate.
Especially when y'all from y'all, and especially y'all had a lot to cover.
Yeah,
it's a lot to cover. Hey, you remember the first time when you seen like a K? Like, so this had to be right before you start Like you became professional as an MC.
Yeah,
this is like right before that.
I became professional. I was still trying. I was in the neighborhood. Still.
Yeah, everybody say that. Everybody talk about you had a tray. You was on Crenshaw.
Yeah, I was. I didn't give a fuck. See, that was one thing about me. The neighborhood was everything. Even with rapping, I wanted to be more proven from Trag New than anything. So I didn't give a fuck about the videos and all that shit. Like you said, nigga, I was low riding every Saturday in the hood, fucking up and down Crenshaw with just neighborhood niggas, hanging with the 111s, hanging with, just
the Compton nigga.
It was because the fame shit was bullshit to me. You get me? Like I said, I was a nigga who grew up in the era of the hood was everything. Like, I ain't had no fucking role models, no father in the house, single moms, moms going to work from 11 at night to 7 in the morning, and I'm 13, 14. Everything about it was the fascination, the brotherhood. So that was it. And once I became that, I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. Like, so niggas had to tell me to stop coming to the hood. Yeah. Because I didn't know how. Because
you wasn't taking advantage of your chances, your opportunity.
Damn. And when niggas started saying, man, don't come over here no more. Don't come over here no more. Man, don't.
Like, you ain't finna throw away I always say that it's a confusion, like, when people hear about gangbanging, like, they don't realize it's people that really raised you or you grew up with. So people really care genuinely about your interests if it don't benefit them.
There was a few homies from the hood who was like, man, maybe you need to, because it's bigger than this shit now.
That's a big homie. If they see you going the wrong way and they know you got talent or you good at something and they tell you to stay the fuck away from the hood, that's somebody give a fuck about the homie. You know what I'm saying? You don't got that every day. You don't get that every day today.
No.
Motherfuckers say, come on, little homie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit just tore the process up. When crack came, my big homies got on drugs.
Well, they didn't know.
So the first thing, no, they didn't know. But the first thing that happens is you start disrespecting the big homies because they fucked up. And then they go into prison and then coming home from prison, they back on drugs.
Yeah.
But no, you can go to prison and get swole all day. I didn't respect that because you got different type of gang members. You know what I'm saying? You got some motherfuckers that want to just hang in the hood. You got some niggas that just want to be a part of the hood because they feel protected. Then you got those motherfuckers that's really with the business, and you got them motherfuckers that'll wear that bandana, but you ain't gonna wear it outside of the hood. You got a different variety of niggas out there. So you got to deal with all different kind of shit. Now here's motherfuckers that's teaching me that, nigga, if you gonna be from the hood, this is what you got to do. You ain't never told me that one day watch out for me.
Yeah, they'll tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just growing up, you got to learn. You know what I'm saying? What you see, everything you see, and how you move.
What I realize more than anything, sometimes like listening to your music or listening when y'all doing the podcast, y'all era was the first ones that seen crack and didn't know what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like the power of it. Like versus my era where we seen it and we watched certain older homies, it was just, you can see it just devastated them.
Man, we had so much dope in the hood. I was giving away big ass rocks like this. Big ass rocks for $40.
It's a
quarter
piece. But we sold so much goddamn dope. Everybody bought a car. Everybody
a damn quarter piece.
But didn't know. Double up for 40, nigga, fly stack.
And motherfuckers today that got that from us made it happen. Them niggas got money. But I didn't know what the shit, and I was just getting rid of the shit. Man, we had so much goddamn cocaine. We was doing the shit in my garage. Was blowing jars, mayonnaise jars up.
Just figuring it out.
Cocaine all on the motherfucking paneling in the garage. And niggas was scraping it off, rolling primos and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is they doing?
That's crazy.
But back then, in 80, 81, that's how niggas was getting down.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, when I saw the exchange, man, it was like little subtle shit. Like, you know, you would hear the occasional like pop, pop, pop here and there. Mm-hmm. That shit turned to... It was like that.
Fun getting chased by one of them motherfuckers.
No,
hey, when was the first time you saw somebody either, like, one of your partners or somebody that y'all had issues with an AK? What year, what the fuck was that?
Lord have mercy.
That had to be some shit.
85.
You remember? Did you know what it was?
About
Yeah,
80,
hell
about
yeah.
86.
Just the sound of the motherfucker. It wasn't a 38. and motherfuckers was running trying to get the fuck out the way. Whatever is knocking the paint off these motherfucking walls and fucking these cars got the cars running. I don't want to be nowhere in front of that motherfucker.
Bullets going right through and shit like it ain't nothing, man. You know, man, that ain't no motherfucking 22.
Look. So this is crazy. I mean, Chill was talking about Chill got on, but that's crazy. Who hood had enough money to had too many of them where you knew like they got too much shit right now?
Santana's.
We had ballers in our neighborhood.
Santana's
y'all
had
did.
too much artillery. It's just like going to somebody's neighborhood and they shoot you out the motherfucker. What the fuck did we get ourselves into? I mean, shit like that.
Because they had money when I was growing up. They used to have a little spot on Santa Fe. It ain't there. Yep. So I knew they had, but that's my point of when I was noticing earners.
Yeah.
Like they wasn't necessarily like, you didn't hear their name like you hear Huncho or Mob Giants or Delta, but you heard the ones that was getting money, like a Fink or certain people, and you noticed them hoods would be having all these crazy guns. That had to just be crazy to go from getting shot at with a 22 to 8.
They was buying shit from somewhere else. They weren't buying their guns in Compton.
I got a question though. Were there like some crews who really would get their money and they wanted cars and you knew the culture of that team was they wanted cars and jewelry? Other guys were like, no, we're gonna reinvest and we're gonna go really just get a lot of
in
stress.
the 80s, it wasn't no reinvesting. Everybody went for the jewelry, the cars, the clothes.
A bunch of poor people.
The bam. Now you knew who
But
the
instead
gangsters
of guns.
was because the gangsters was getting khakis and khaki suits, and bam, the ones that wasn't with it was getting the corduroy pants, the Fila, what's the name of that goddamn jacket? I hated niggas that wore that.
Members only.
Members only.
Members only. The Fila suits and the
That's still favorite jacket. That's still favorite jacket. Of course, because you gay.
You came in the hood with a
Big
members
dog.
only jacket on. I knew you and shit. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't from the neighborhood, nigga. Get the fuck on, nigga. You come with a what's that with the alligator on?
Oh, LaCroix.
Take that shit off. Get the fuck out of
jacket
here.
on and shit.
But look, right now today, you got gang members with red and burgundy and gray hair. You got niggas wearing straight jeans with 13 zippers on their pants.
The code is definitely different
My whole thing
nowadays.
is get the fuck out of here. That's not how you identify.
Yeah, I agree. It's a uniform.
And being from my neighborhood, you had to identify to let a motherfucker know you with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you out there doing your thing. If a motherfucker didn't understand where you was from and what you is, they're gonna approach you in a totally fucked up way. So you had to.
Trust me, Plug and Moon,
Dress code was important.
But more than anything, you got to do shit to people so you don't have to do shit to people or people don't do shit to you. Because if they think they can, they will for sure.
I think
dress code was simplified.
After you put yourself out there and you don't give a fuck what you're doing and how you getting down, that one incident goes from here to everywhere. So when motherfuckers find out and figure out, because they didn't know the face, they knew the name.
Yeah, that's true.
And when the shit happens, motherfuckers get to speaking. I had so many motherfuckers come at me and ask me, did I know Whoop the Whoop, Mob James? That's my cousin. And I'm looking at this motherfucker like, that's your cousin, for real?
You're like a rapper, dog. You just like on for this street shit.
Niggas lying like a motherfucker.
Just lying to you.
But you had that just so a nigga can get himself out of trouble.
Finally get a chance to let the real